Hey everybody, welcome to Reaction Shots for September in the year of Michael Huber.
2019.
I'm joined by Michael
anime
Huber.
is bountiful.
What?
It's a lot of anime. I don't know.
What?
I was thinking
In
about
2019?
Anime. Yeah. It's just
We
too
have
much.
a special guest, Taylor Bibat.
Hi
It's
guys.
Bibat, right?
It is Bibat. It's like
That's a cool last
like
name.
is cool.
a bee and a robot are friends. I have a little drawing of a robot holding a bee, and they're looking at each other because they're friends. And that's how you say my last name, Bibat.
Bibat.
Bebot and Rocksteady.
Whoa.
There is a picture of me out there of me sitting looking up at Rocksteady, and it's
That-
one of
Dude.
the best things
That's
anyone's
very
ever
easy.
photoshopped for me.
That's very
Amazing.
good.
Uh-huh.
Keep the turtles hype alive.
But yeah, Taylor's a puppeteer and everything, a bunch of stuff. We'll get into that right now. Tell us about yourself.
I am a puppeteer in lots of stuff.
Great, cool.
That's
No, keep
great.
going. I'm just kidding.
Okay, so I started out in puppetry in live puppetry stage, and then I moved to LA 4 years ago and decided I wanted to start in film and TV. And I decided, okay, I can't go there without having a goal. What is that going to be, even knowing it's going to change? And so I decided I wanted to come here and learn to produce puppet films. So
Are there a lot of puppet films being produced?
there aren't
Yeah.
there aren't a whole
That just means
ton
you have
of
to
them.
make 'em.
Oh yeah,
Create.
yes,
Create Fill the
them.
void.
Yeah. So and there's a lot of I work with a lot of independent filmmakers who are making short stuff, and that's great. And then there's with Dark Crystal coming out, or having come out, hopefully.
The hype
Yeah.
Yes,
honestly,
hopefully
enters
we're
the
gonna-
mainstream.
That's
The
amazing.
Would be
zeitgeist.
great.
Totally.
That would be great.
It would be great. So yeah, so I've done since coming here. Some of the time was just learning what film was and how to do it, and then been working as an assistant director on a bunch of short film stuff. I did have the privilege of working as a second assistant director on the test for the Dark Crystal.
Sick.
Yeah.
So that was them like figuring out how to make these new puppets work, or what did that involve?
It was them trying to see how they were going to make it. So that test, the Gelflings were mocap.
Oh,
and you
yeah,
can
they were
see-
going to do them CG at 1st. That's right.
Yeah, if you watch the, believe it's called the Crystal Calls.
Yeah, the
There's
documentary?
The documentary, yeah. They show part of that test
Oh.
That's cool.
that we did.
I'm glad they went back to puppets.
I am too.
Because, like, I think the CG mix in the show, we'll talk about it more in a minute, but, like, the CG mix in the Dark Crystal Age of Resistance looks pretty good, but you can definitely tell when it's CG some of the time.
Yeah.
And if the little Gelflings were running around, I'd be like,
Yeah, you guys haven't seen that yet, right?
Nope.
The documentary.
I haven't
thing?
seen the documentary. I've
'Cause
seen, like,
you've
parts
seen
of
a
the
little
new
bit of the- yeah.
series,
Yeah, because it's very, very different. They look like CG,
Yeah.
and the Skeksis look like the Skeksis.
Skeksis.
And one
Huber's like,
some
"What?"
you can touch,
I've seen the movie in like
and
7
some you
years.
can't touch.
Yeah.
Well, some look like you, where I could touch it, and some look like pixels, where I couldn't touch it. And they're there together, which works sometimes. And I just think for something like this, it was the right call to,
Yeah.
because so many
the
people were
old
so
school.
excited about it because
Yeah.
it was so important to them. And so to then change something so drastically would probably upset
Yeah.
some people and it just wouldn't feel right.
I agree.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll get more into that in a
Nice.
second. But let's first talk about anything that we've liked recently. Huber, do you want to go first? What have you liked recently?
I don't know if I liked it. but I watched Mute.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, I finally watched Mute. I don't know
I've
why.
always kind of wanted to. I've heard nothing but bad things.
Yeah. I always
It's
wanted
the
to watch
Duncan
it.
Jones. It's set in the Moon universe,
Correct.
right?
It's the
Which I
follow-up.
loved Moon.
It's the follow-up to Moon. The way they reference Moon is the best.
Sure.
Won't spoil that.
Don't spoil that.
Will not spoil that.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Have you seen Moon?
No.
You'd like Moon.
Moon is incredible.
That actually might count as puppetry. Actually, there's a robot in Moon,
All right.
voiced. I'm now realizing by Kevin Spacey.
Ooh.
Whoopsie.
Okay.
A little whoopsie there.
Yeah.
But
But Sam Rockwell's great.
Sam Rockwell's in it, and he's great, and he's on the moon, and he's so sad.
Oh.
We won't spoil anything else. But it's a good movie. Duncan Jones bursting onto the scene. Duncan Jones' son, you may have heard of his dad, a little guy named David Bowie.
Really?
Yeah. Because his last name is really Jones or whatever. And his
That's
son is Duncan
right.
Jones. And yeah, so he made Moon, and then he made Source Code, which is fun but not great. And then he made Warcraft,
Which we all loved.
you loved. I never saw it.
We saw it in the IMAX, a couple of us.
They saw it in the IMAX.
We
I
never saw
don't
it.
know where I've been because I live in a different universe than the ones that these are
Puppet
coming out in.
universe,
Yeah.
But Moon has a mobile computer in it that I guess would count as a puppet.
Time to
Probably.
Yeah,
Mobile.
probably. I haven't seen it, so I don't know, but I would guess.
My guess is yeah. It's just like a giant box. They probably just had a guy like going like turning it.
That's
Somebody
a
doing
puppet.
it. Yeah, that's a
But-
puppet.
Unless
Mute, it was almost good.
Great.
It was close to being good. The visuals.
Sadly, that's what I've come to expect.
The visuals were great. Stellan Sarsgaard, one of the Sarsgaards. He's in Big Little Lies. That one.
Okay.
He's in an accident as a kid.
Wait, the one from True Blood? Sexy vampire man?
Yeah. He's good looking. He's very good looking.
He's a good looking guy.
Yeah, very good looking guy.
He's in that new Kirsten Dunst that I haven't seen, like On Becoming God in
Okay.
South Central Florida.
He's in it?
I think so, because she posted on Instagram a photo of them from their marriage from Melancholia, and then them being married in this new Hulu show.
That's fun.
So I was like, okay, he must be in that.
Cool.
But yeah, Melancholia.
Yeah.
There's a bop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Melancholia, as featured in our intro and on the thing
Yeah.
behind us here.
hey.
So the world is really cool. It's like a Blade Runner style thing. Some good sci-fi stuff going on. But it's like over 2 hours, which I love long movies, but when it's not great, it's like it's just
Yeah.
kind of over long, kind of meanders. Just didn't get there. Didn't get there, but
Yeah.
but a lot of good stuff in there. Paul Rudd is in there, and he plays a total asshole, which like took a lot to get used to.
Yeah.
Like he's being a total asshole, but it's still Paul Rudd. So I'm like, I love you, Paul.
It's like a funny, charming.
So confused.
Yeah.
I was.
How's this possible?
Like 3/4 of the way through the movie, I'm like, all right, I hate you. Like, okay, you're a bad person. You're a bad person.
Got it. I'm on board.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Just random Batman animated series episodes here and there.
Hey,
Ooh.
that's
Li-
good stuff.
Like
Like the
oh
good
wow.
The Blu-ray recently came out.
Oh, I
The-
didn't know.
like
a
my
little
son.
bit ago, yeah. Maybe a year now or two. But the Batman Beyond.
that long ago?
Yeah. The Batman Beyond Blu-ray comes out next.
Wait, what did you just say?
Huh? Nothing. I didn't say anything.
Yeah, well,
Huh?
What did you just say?
I was too busy
Do
thinking
the
about
joke
Batman.
again.
Nah,
it was a
no.
funny
All I
joke.
It was
It's
Blu-ray
gone.
Sun or something. I don't know.
Anything else? I'm gonna move on.
That's it.
I'm gonna move on.
Oh, and then It. But
You saw it, chapter 2.
I saw it chapter 2. But I feel like there'll be a larger discussion about that later. I mean, that's a whole big thing.
When? I'm not gonna watch those.
It's a whole
I'm
big-
too scared.
Yeah.
I'm
It'll
scared.
take way too much time.
I'm still scared from the original, so I'm,
Me too, dude.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
why I won't
don't
watch the
know.
new ones. I was devastated as a child.
I hate
I was
sewers.
so terrified.
The greats.
I couldn't even go downstairs for like a long time.
I'll say what I told Ian. Deeply flawed movie, so many flaws, but I really enjoyed it because I love being engrossed in a 3 hour just horror movie that's as high budget as that with that good of actors. Like, it's a treat.
You should
You
watch.
know?
You should
Like,
watch
not
Das
every day.
Weiße Band.
I need to, but not every.
Michael Haneke.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's the best. He's really good.
Yeah,
He makes a lot of good movies.
yeah. Pretty messed up stuff.
Yeah. What he did one I liked. Was it Amore? Was that
He
him?
did a more.
That's the.
I haven't
that's
seen
the
that
one
one.
I saw. I
'cause
really.
I heard
liked
it was really depressing.
Yeah.
And I don't need much more of that.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Cachet is one of my favorites.
Nice.
He did that one.
Is he one of your
Anyway.
faves?
Huh?
Is he one of your faves? You always bring him up.
Cachet is one of my faves. He seems like a real bastard.
You
but
say
he
that
kinda,
too.
I don't know. He kind of
You
earned
say
it, I
that
guess.
too, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know the guy. Hey, what about you? What have you liked recently? Or, whatever.
You know what? Okay, so I watched 2 movies over one weekend, and it was two separate movies that I had wanted to see, and they're not a great combination. So the first one I saw was Kronos.
Oh,
Guillermo del Toro.
Gross, dude.
It's
so
this
sick.
guy loves
So
Guillermo.
good. It's so
Dude,
good, right?
the freaking like vampire amulet,
It's
dude.
it's so good. It's so
love
good.
this movie.
And
I gotta see this one.
You've got to see it.
It's my like Guillermo blind spot.
See it, and then you won't have any
Dude.
more Guillermo blind
I need
spots.
to
And your
see
life will be
excellent.
great.
Devil's Backbone. Also, is that the first one?
Also
I haven't seen that
excellent.
one.
Kronos
so-
is his first.
Kronos is his
Yes.
first. Okay.
Yeah, and it's in it. It's
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
There is undead imagery, let's say, and the next night I watched Coco,
Coco, the animated
the
movie.
animated
Which I
movie,
still never
which
saw.
I hadn't
Still,
seen,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
everyone was like,
Seems too
like,
sad.
oh yes, you're gonna cry. So
Yeah.
I kept putting it off because I didn't feel like
Right.
crying, and then I
Same
put it off
for-
because I didn't feel like crying,
Okay.
and finally, I was
felt like
ready
crying.
to cry.
I'm ready to cry. I'm gonna watch this tonight.
Yeah.
I'm watching it tonight.
It's so beautiful.
Good call.
It good.
Great
now
call.
now you have plans for
Yeah,
tonight.
I do. I'm
Look what
watching
we
this.
did.
For sure.
But
Definitely.
wait, you said you have?
No, I'm gonna watch
have-
it
you
tonight.
have not
I've
seen
not
it.
seen this.
I cried, like deep cried for about a half hour afterwards. And then I was thinking about my grandparents and people who have died, and it just
Heavy duty
very,
movie.
very hard.
Yeah.
And then the imagery from Kronos popped into my head. And I started thinking, I can't even say it. I just started thinking about dead and undead, and I started thinking about the dead specific people and undead,
Oh.
and I immediately stopped crying. I was like, it was
I
very.
want Pixar to make like a hardcore,
Oh
like
my
nasty, like vampire movie, just like hard R.
Yeah. It's always the
imagine?
dream. It's always the dream. when you
Guillermo comes in,
Yeah.
Pixar and
Yes,
Guillermo.
please. And then
Hard R.
another thing I saw was Synecdoche, New York.
Oh, I never
So
saw
if you
that.
threw some
yeah.
Charlie Kaufman in there too,
Dang.
that might be the perfect movie.
My friend,
Michel Gondry,
Oh my
written
God.
by Charlie Kaufman. Michel Gondry directs. Guillermo produces.
Yeah.
Pixar animates.
Oh my God.
My,
we got it.
what
Let's
a
do
movie.
it.
my college roommate was a philosophy major, and we saw
I had
the
a philosophy
premiere of
major
that
college roommate too.
when that movie came out.
Really?
Synecdoche, yeah, we saw it in the theater.
Yeah. And Synecdoche, I didn't know the term.
You guys are pros at
Do you know the term
saying it.
Synecdoche?
I thought it was a town.
Schenectady
Is a town.
is a town
Oh.
in New York.
Is it about like
Synecdoche, New York.
interconnectedness or
Synecdoche. It's a. I'm gonna get this wrong. I'm sorry.
Correct, John?
So it is a linguistic term for something that represents either something bigger than itself or something that you represents something smaller than itself. I think it's either one. So it's like the let's say the Cubs, because Chicago.
sure.
If you said, "Oh, Chicago beat New York in the game," it's not actually that Chicago beat New York. That's a Synecdoche for that team.
Okay.
Got it.
So it's a representation using something.
I think you explained that very well.
Yeah, that was a good.
I'm better at examples.
You brought it to baseball, so I would easy
He
to
loves
follow.
baseball,
Yeah.
Oh,
and I love
good.
Chicago. So
Yeah.
everyone's a
That was a
winner.
perfect,
yeah.
perfect explanation.
Yeah. So it's great because he essentially builds all of he makes this theater piece, and I'm a theater person as well, and Philip Seymour Hoffman and Charlie Kaufman together. Oh God. But he builds these little pieces of life in this warehouse until he's basically built all these lives happening at once, and it's supposed to be a theater piece, and at some point they're like, so we've been rehearsing this for 19 years. Is anyone going to see it? We going to have an audience at any point? So it's just an incredible movie.
That sounds really
if you haven't
cool.
seen
Yeah, I
it,
need to see that.
it'll rock your universe brain.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I need to get that rocked.
Yeah, it's rocked and rolled.
I gotta watch that. That sounds good. Anything else, or should I move on to me?
I'm gonna say The Good Place, and then we can move on to you.
Nice, good place.
I like the
Ready
Good
for that
Place.
final season.
I'm ready for the final
Oh
season.
God,
I'm ready for it to be done.
Final season.
Like in a good way.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I want it
'cause-
to end on its own
Same
terms.
with Mr. Robot.
Mr. Robot's still kicking?
Dude, by the time the final season airs, it will have been a full 2 years off the air.
Wow.
2-year break.
Damn.
Yeah,
Too
that
long,
hurts.
dude. I don't remember anything that happened. All the stakes are gone.
Yeah. Got to rewatch it.
Yeah.
That's one of the only things that, like, the first season was free, and then I actually bought the second season because I was like, I have to
yeah.
watch it.
Yeah.
I
That's
got
really
too.
good.
They were too effective at the like skeevy corporate guy in season 2 that I stopped watching.
Hmm.
The beard guy.
Yeah.
I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
this dude's creeping me out. I can't watch
Too
this
much.
show.
Like Gideon, maybe?
I don't even know what his name. Like
Yeah.
like the older guy,
Yeah.
and he was like skeeving on that blonde lady,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I can't handle this.
You're right. It's been
Yeah.
so long, I cannot remember any of these characters.
Yeah.
It's been just
So it's too long.
Netflix put out a trailer that was like some music video, whatever, but for gearing up for El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie that comes out on the 11th of October.
Dude, that's really soon.
And it was basically just like Jesse Pinkman's entire journey through the movie or through the series as a music video. And I was just like, I got like emotional watching this. I was like, gosh, this was
See, I
such a
get
good
scared though to watch these things because I'm like saving the rewatch. You know what I mean? By watching this, then it kind of takes a little bit away from the rewatch, but at the same time, this is just like straight into your veins, man.
Yeah.
Jesse Pinkman emotions.
show. Yeah, dude.
Should I do it?
I mean, it's a cool thing. And straight into the veins is the right metaphor, by the way.
Just pure concentrated
Yeah.
Jesse
Jesse
Pinkman.
Pinks.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to binge that at some point. I
you not
haven't
seen-
seen it. I've seen part of the first episode, but I watched it right after, like the day after I finished binging Lost.
Oh.
And it was just too much. I was
I've
like,
seen
I
all of
have to
Lost.
not do this right now, and then
Yeah.
I haven't come back to
As
it.
far as all the like of all the tentpole like everyone on earth loved them shows, Breaking Bad probably the best. Like a lot of people say The Wire.
Why are you just saying of big shows?
I mean of like
It's
all
just
shows.
the best show.
Yeah, I mean it's basically like of all the tentpole shows,
But of the little shows in that show,
Yeah,
which one's
yeah.
the best?
Fleabag maybe better.
Oh, Fleabag
maybe
is so
better,
good.
right?
Oh, it's so.
Did I talk
have
about
you
Fleabag
seen
I haven't seen
Fleabag?
Fleabag yet.
It's
Fleabag is perfect.
It's perfect.
It's perfect.
Just 2 seasons, right?
Just two
And-
two breezy little 6
and
episodes.
do it like if you're gonna make a story, make the story. And
Yeah.
she was just planning
End it.
on doing the one season, but with that second season, but
The
she.
second season might even be better than the first.
Oh my God! I know. I think it is.
They're doing. I didn't know it was based on her like one person show,
Yep.
and so they're doing a broadcast of it to theaters, and I got tickets for an encore of it
Dude,
in like the end of September. I don't even remember when.
so
What?
cool.
But I'm jazzed.
That's cool.
That-
Not her in person.
Yeah.
In
But
movie
but
theaters,
still,
rebroadcast.
but she's doing it
still,
live,
that's cool.
Fathom
right?
live events. She's doing it live, but I'm seeing it like a month later
Oh,
on
okay.
an encore because
Got
the
it.
live one was sold out.
Okay, all
That's
right.
really cool. Though.
But still, whatever.
Yeah.
You're gonna see it.
I'm gonna see it. I'm gonna love it.
And it
It's
happened,
Phoebe.
and you're gonna see it happen
I'm gonna
again.
happen it.
For you, it's real.
Yeah. New to you. What was that old
See
NBC
it.
or whatever?
I'm gonna
watch Fleabag and then
See
watch
it.
High on my
Patriot.
list.
Damn
I
it!
know. I just finished the first ep.
I was talking about Patriot again today with someone. Patriot is a really good show with a really bad title that
It
no
got
one will watch because of the
canceled,
title.
though.
It didn't get canceled. Here's the deal. When I
Okay.
heard the news that it got canceled, I was confused because I thought they ended it on their own.
Got it.
Like
So it's
2
fulfilling.
perfect seasons.
Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Cool.
It's a little slow burn
Cool.
and it's very dry, but I love Patriot.
Cool.
Tra la la. Also,
Tra-la-la.
Amazon. Amazon takes chances,
Chances.
like the boys.
The boys and Mrs. Maisel.
Haven't seen that.
I haven't seen either one of those. I started Carnival Row.
I heard
How
it's
is it?
bad.
I think the world building is amazing.
I love that vibe.
Well, that's what you're there for.
Yeah.
Because you sure ain't there for Cara Delevingne's acting, am I right?
Orlando Bloom is
Very cute.
He's
they're
fun.
both very good looking.
I like Orlando Bloom.
They both have great eyebrows.
The thing that was hard for me was that the first episode is like everybody's racist against each other, and there's a lot of these
'cause
people.
Wait, is this a documentary?
Exactly. That's what I mean. It just hit very close to home, and I was like, I live this. We all live this. But then
Because you're a terrible racist? Is that what you mean?
you know what? We weren't going to talk about that. Okay, cut this.
Just kidding. Yeah, but I want to see it just because of the world.
It's really great.
People with wings and such. I like that.
There is the sex is really cool.
The sex?
The yeah.
I heard there's a lot.
Oh, I did not know that. I actually didn't know that.
I mean, I've only seen a little bit of it, but
like, wait, like with like full
With
on,
just
just like
such a-
nudity and stuff.
It's such a weird thing. Like, I feel like first seasons of shows just really ramp up the like sex,
Especially on like HBO and stuff.
violence.
They have to like.
it wasn't gratuitous. It was. Should I ruin it? What?
I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch it.
I mean, when you've got wings,
Fairy sex.
Fucking A.
right? It's really pretty.
I'm gonna watch Carnival Row. I'm watching Carnival Row tonight.
I read an interesting article
Coco,
about,
Carnival Row.
Yeah, Coco. I read a very interesting article about the power vacuum left behind by Game of Thrones ending, and I thought it was extremely.
Will Lord of the Rings
Interesting.
do it?
Yeah,
Who's gonna know?
People
Who knows?
people are banking on Lord of the Rings for sure, but like even Carnival Row is brought up of like everyone's trying to be the next Lord of the Rings or the next
Here's the deal.
Game of Thrones with like fantasy, sex, violence.
Here's the deal. Maybe don't try to be Game of Thrones, like because
Cautionary tale.
Yeah, cautionary tale.
cautionary tale.
Same with Lost. Like, damn it, know where
the
you're
same-
going.
Yep.
Really quickly, there
Be
was
Fleabag. Sorry,
yeah,
go
I
on.
finally finished Jessica Jones season 3. And
Yes.
that is how you change a character's like arc. Like Game of Thrones could have learned something from Jessica Jones.
Jessica Jones is
They
so
were just
good.
so
It's
checked
so
out.
good.
I don't
dude.
want to talk about Game of
Yeah, I
Thrones.
don't-
Yeah, this is.
Game of Thrones is
But Jessica
boring
Jones,
to
like
talk about.
the good person Breaking Bad, you know,
Yep.
is so perfectly done.
As Jessica Jones does, or somebody else.
I mean,
Don't
it's not-
spoil it. I'm never
It's not
gonna
really a
watch it.
spoiler. It's like
The Marvel Netflix shows are far too slow for me.
it's not really a spoiler.
They have like 8 episodes too many per season.
It's not her though, but it's
that show is.
Jessica Jones was the one I liked. I
exceptional.
watched season 1 and I liked season 1.
And I thought I
like
was
David
I was
Tennant, too.
thinking,
love
yeah,
it.
I love David Tennant. I was thinking, oh, season 2, it can't be as
Dude, the
good as
mother
season
drama
1.
was so intense.
Mother drama.
Mother drama.
I haven't seen
That's all
Good
I'm gonna
Omens.
say.
Yeah,
that
each
good?
one has like a really important theme,
Yeah, 3 dude friend
and
drama.
you don't realize what it is until partway through.
The first season is like trauma drama.
Trauma drama.
The first season felt very.
Internal.
It hurt it to watch.
Yeah.
It because it felt like not to the extreme that she has been emotionally manipulated, but we've all experienced that and been controlled by someone, and so it feels very close to home in that way.
I thought it was very well done.
Yeah,
It's a good show.
and he's so good. I
one
mean,
of
they're
my
both so
Oh
good.
yeah, they're both phenomenal.
Yeah.
She's in Breaking Bad also.
Oh
Yeah, she is.
You haven't seen Breaking Bad?
no, I haven't.
You gotta watch that.
Let's talk about
Season
how I
2
haven't seen it. I should watch it.
Season
I
2
should
is-
do that now. Now
Heads
I'm
up.
going. I'm leaving.
Yeah, get the
There's
fuck
We're gonna
there's
watch.
like how long to beat, you know, for video games.
Yeah.
Now there's how long to binge.
Oh yeah.
And it tells you like how long it'll take to binge a show.
Here's the deal.
my
Season
God.
2 of Breaking Bad is phenomenally depressing.
Phenomenally
And really slow.
depressing, dude.
You just have to get through it. Power through, and then you'll love it.
Okay.
Like I dropped Breaking Bad for like a year because
Okay.
season 2 was too intense, and then like I finally got back on the wagon. You know, on the wagon, whatever. Anyway, I saw Ready or Not, and it was kind of fun.
Ready or not,
Here I come. Yeah.
You guys know that song? That song's in the movie.
Is it?
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
No, it's probably the credits.
No, it's in the movie.
Nice. I
It's a
want to
fun
watch
movie.
it. I want to watch it so bad.
It's fun. You'd love it.
I'm gonna
you
love it.
would love it.
Ah.
Michael Huber would
Tell me
love Ready
this.
or Not.
Tell me this. I want the spoiler. Is there an axe kill?
Yeah.
Is it good?
Yeah. I think, yeah.
If the John Wick 3 axe kill is a 10.
This one's like a 7.
Okay.
I don't specifically remember it,
Okay.
but there's an axe in the movie.
Okay.
For sure.
Excellent.
And there's a shotgun in the
Yeah,
movie.
dude, she's got the full on
It's pretty funny.
bandolier.
It's pretty funny.
Cool.
There's a part... I won't spoil it.
Okay.
It might be in the
And
trailer.
it's quicker. It's like 90 minutes.
It's like an hour and a
95 minutes?
half.
Yeah. I gotta go.
You can't go
Oh
wrong!
my god!
Hour and a half! It's so short! Everything's 3 hours these days!
3 hours.
Everything's Das Boot! With freaking superheroes.
Hey, did
in
that
it.
air yet? The show? The Das Boot show?
There's a Das Boot show?
Yeah.
Get out of town.
I swear to you.
This is news to me.
I don't know if it's out yet.
I've seen the movie. It's
Das
3 hours
Boot.
long. Doesn't work out great for those guys in Das Boot.
No.
But I guess they're Nazis technically, so whatever.
Oh, let them drown.
Yeah.
Flood that submarine.
I actually don't think it's... Whatever. We're spoiling Das Boot. The statute of limitations is up on Das Boot.
Was it like 70 or something?
Let's talk about Pupettes.
Yeah,
Pupettes.
Pupettes.
Here's a random list of some puppet movies. Dark Crystal, Labyrinth, Muppets, Gremlins, Team America, Storyteller, Puppetmaster, Star Wars, Sesame Street, E.T., Jurassic Park, The Thing, Ghostbusters, Little Shop of Horrors, Tremors, The Fly, Aliens, Child's Play, Puppets.
Offended. Small soldiers.
Sure. Are they stop motion?
I don't know. Are they puppets? Judges?
I don't know Small Soldiers.
It's not. It does not hold up.
So
I tried watching Small Soldiers again and stopped it.
Okay.
I scrubbed out on Small Soldiers.
Okay. I haven't seen it in 20 years.
is it stop motion?
I don't remember.
Oh,
but I think
because
it might be.
I
question
just wanted to
They're
bring
little
it up.
guys.
stop
They're
motion
little-
is puppets. I would say stop motion is. Oh, you guys are both pointing at making the same face at me at the same time. I would say stop motion is puppets. It's not puppetry. It's animating puppets.
Because you're
Nice.
using the little puppet. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
Very cool.
Like Isle of Dogs.
Oh, yes.
Technological marvel.
Technological
Skill.
marvel. I didn't love it as a film, but technological marvel for sure. I loved the watching.
Did you
the
like
making
Fantastic
of it.
Mr. Fox?
I did.
Because I liked Isle of Dogs more than Fantastic Mr.
Did you?
Fox.
And why?
I mean, I only saw Fantastic Mr. Fox once, so maybe I need to give it another shot. But I guess I don't really know. I liked Isle of Dogs, just... I don't know. I guess I knew what I don't know.
Do you like dogs more than foxes?
I mean, I like dogs a lot. I also like foxes a lot. Foxes are like a wild animal, though.
Speaking
and
of,
anytime I see a fox, I think of Antichrist.
Speaking of Charlie Kaufman,
Yeah.
is Anomalisa?
Anomalisa.
Anomalisa.
Is that puppetry or no?
It's stop motion.
It's stop motion. Okay. Because
So-
I remember they had.
She would call it puppets.
I would call it puppets, but not.
not
So it
puppetry.
is a puppet film, but it's not a puppetry film.
Amazing
It's
movie.
it's a
Highly
stop motion.
recommend.
It's
I never saw it 'cause
depressing
it
as hell.
sounded depressing.
Check it out. It's
is-
about loneliness.
and sex. I mean, it's not about sex, but
it is.
there is an amazing sex scene in it.
It is an incredible movie. But I remember at the
every-
Is
ArcLight.
it better than the sex scene in Team America World Police?
That's a pretty funny one.
That's a pretty funny sex
it's
scene.
different.
Different.
They,
So there's not a really funny puppet sex scene in Anomalisa. Is that
It
what you're
is-
telling me?
No,
It's
very heavy. and
it's very
intense.
heavy, but it's very real,
It's very raw.
very raw,
Taps
and
into
animating naked bodies. You don't. It's
probably hard.
incredible. I mean,
They had-
technologically, it's
What are they
Incredible.
like? They're like moving realistically.
It
or
looks
something?
really, really
yeah.
good.
And well, the thing is with bodies, you don't have clothes to hide anything. You have all of that, their rolls and flesh, and it's just more challenging.
Nuts and bolts.
Flesh.
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 Man flesh.
Flesh.
Man
Flesh.
flesh.
They had like the big giant mural at ArcLight when the movie came out. It was really cool. They had like the actual like set of the room, the hotel.
I
and
saw
stuff.
that. I saw that
Yeah.
set actually.
Wait, they had this set
They had,
physically
like,
there?
Yeah,
Little-
physically.
a room,
there.
yeah.
Oh,
ArcLight
cool.
Hollywood has like props
Yeah.
and
Oh,
stuff.
that's awesome.
Why can't we
Really
have
good.
any meat?
That movie's incredible, Ian. You should watch it
You
immediately. It's
should.
so it is really
Anomalisa?
it is really depressing, but it has a
That's
mood.
Charlie Kaufman also, right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is a mood, dude.
It does, and
I am a mood dude.
it's a
Yeah.
so there's there are puppets that are just characters, not just characters, but there are puppets that are characters, like Muppets are characters, and
in general.
In general, E.T.'s a character. You know, the T-Rex in Jurassic Park is a character.
Heard of it?
In Anomalisa, yes, they're characters, but they're also metaphors. So there's stuff that happens to the physical thing, like that they are puppets starts to figure in the way that we are humans.
Being controlled.
Which sounds like well, it's not so much that it's that they're used as a metaphor. If you watch it, you'll see how the material is used to create, like, the content, the form merge. It's pretty.
Check it out.
It's pretty fun.
Dank.
Did you say Meet the Feebles?
I didn't because I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
Have you seen Meet the Feebles?
I have not seen Meet the Feebles.
Whoa.
I know.
I've also not seen Gremlins.
Oh.
Or Puppetmaster.
I have not seen Puppetmaster, but I was looking it up this week, and there are a lot of them.
There are like a lot of
It's
them.
like Land Before Time.
Yeah, where they're like up in the 20s, I think, for Land Before Time. I don't know about Puppetmaster.
They just kept making
They just
Land
keep
Before
they're,
Time
like one a
movies.
year. I feel
The
like.
first Land Before Time, I've never seen past that, but the first
Starleaf.
one is incredible. I watched it again as an adult, and I was like, this is going to outlast. It's just amazing.
Timeless.
Just
What
that
about
is the word. Out. Yes.
What about Fievel Goes West? Is that timeless?
Probably.
It is.
That's a sad one.
It is so
Fern
sad.
Gully has moments.
Avatar, you mean?
Oh,
Avatar's Fern
no one's ever
Gully.
made that joke before.
God.
It's Fern Gully and Pocahontas.
Offended. Oh my god. I have
Give it
become,
some
I have
credit.
become what I do not like, dude. That joke. I hated that joke. No, I just made it.
I loved that you just made that.
But you
joke.
made it really loud and funny.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
I asked the patrons
The patrons.
what their favorite puppets is, and Project DAD said Yoda.
Yoda.
Lot of
Game
other people-
over.
lot of-
Yoda.
See you later.
Period.
Yep.
That's it for the episode.
But yeah, Yoda's amazing.
yeah.
Yoda's amazing.
Was that Frank Oz?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Voicing and puppeteering?
Yes, I
Dude,
believe
Yoda's
so.
a 10 out of
Top
10. It's
10,
not
yeah,
even
top 10.
enough. It's not enough.
Well, and it's also
12 out of 10.
it is one of the most iconic characters, period, and it's a
Yeah.
puppet.
Yeah.
Which-
So eat that, real people.
Hey, puppets rule.
People drool.
Then they made CG in 2 and 3.
Yeah. It did.
But he looks kind of funky in 1.
Well, it's weird because it, like, sure, he can flip around and stuff, but he lost something for me.
I gotta say, I
like
haven't
CG.
seen them.
disconnect.
So
The prequel trilogy?
The prequel
You've
trilogy.
dodged the prequel
What
trilogy
in the
I-
world?
for so many years.
I have.
I'm, like, proud of
Yeah,
you.
that is you have to try to
Yeah.
do that, I feel like.
yeah,
You gotta be one stubborn
You have to
ass
like walk out of the room.
to not see.
I didn't do it on purpose. I just kind of, and I have to say that because I know amazing people who worked on them, and I do need to see them so I can see their work. Fawn Davis.
That's
Great,
one dude, that is
great model
I'm
maker.
really glad you said that. That is one thing about those movies that like goes kind of to the wayside because you
Yeah.
know, people have really hard feelings on the prequels.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good
A lot of great talent. went into those
practical
movies.
stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like the CG
Wow.
did not stand the test of time.
For sure, but at the time
But,
it was
like-
mind blowing.
But there's more practical than people
Yeah.
give it credit
Yeah.
for.
Speaking of, I mean, I love models. I feel like we could do a models episode and
You
just like have you
should.
back.
And
But, like,
I have some other great people that you could have.
all of them.
Yeah.
I just want to talk
take all the
about
people.
like Blade Runner 2049 and Blade Runner and like
Mm-hmm.
Alien and like all these models.
the Queen Alien, dude.
She's a puppet
Yep.
who took like a huge number of people to puppeteer.
I'm
my
sure.
favorite of all
I don't
time.
know the
Mistaken?
details of
Yeah.
it, but I'm sure she did.
Something like a lot.
Yeah.
Something like a lot.
Like 20 or some crap.
Yeah.
Ian's
ton.
got the numbers.
I got the numbers.
3
It's
or
like a
4 for
lot.
the head alone.
Yeah, but she's great. Love that queen.
And that's another thing about I feel like I'm Puppet's cheerleader. It's weird. It's a weird.
I brought you here
I
because
have
you
a
know
weird
about
feeling.
puppets and I don't.
Yeah. I don't-
Well, so a really cool thing about puppets, and this is not all puppets, but it's a lot of them, is it's more than one person. bringing them to
Very
life. And so, as a let's talk metaphor again, because I'm just going to say that word a few times, I'm sure. I think that's a really cool thing of it's people coming together to bring one thing.
That is very good. I've never thought about that.
I have a serious question for you. Mm-hmm. People criticize motion capture performances. Like Andy Serkis gets a bad rap or not a bad rap, but like people say he shouldn't get nominated for an Oscar for,
Caesar.
Planet of the Apes and stuff. With puppets, is it still puppetry if you're using technology? Like if you're mixing it with CG or like gas-powered stuff, you know, whatever.
Another gas-powered puppets.
Yeah, like when does it like, do you think there's a line when it's like, oh, that's not puppetry, or like, what's your line?
That's what is puppetry is what you're saying. That's a really good question. I think that all these things work really well together. And if we're talking about the question of should this person get nominated for an award or whatever, I have no opinion on that because right now, maybe I will in the future, but right now it's not about that credit as long as everyone gets the credit. But I would say that puppetry is animating the inanimate, and you could say that pixels are inanimate.
I mean,
I guess, but for me, that's not what I put into the definition. I don't put things that you can't touch. Like for me, it's things that you can touch.
You just made me realize that there's a tool in some of the Adobe products called Puppet
There
Warp
is.
or
Yeah.
whatever, and you move it like a puppet. You know, very different, obviously.
Yeah, and I use that too, and I'm learning After Effects and
Yeah.
and
Have you done CC? What is it? Character animator or whatever?
No, I have not.
It's weird.
Yet.
You can just like link a character to your webcam and then you just like do it.
You know what? I have seen that. I think I've
kinda
done
fun.
it.
Just
Yeah.
mocap at your home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works like fairly well.
Yeah,
Jeez.
and the iPhone 10 has that
Oh, right.
for facial.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you can do the animojis and
Yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and
My cousin sent me a video of himself as like a horse talking to me, and I was like, "What the hell's
Nice.
going on?"
Bojack.
nice. Yeah, I have one from a friend that's him saying he's a party poop and he's a poop. That's one of my favorites.
Gross.
Yeah, poop.
Gross.
Got in the elevator to my building last night, and there was just poop in the corner.
Oh, that's
Dog poop.
Heavens
Not
to-
really.
oh.
Sorry.
how do you know?
Dog poop.
You can tell.
It was just little like dog
can tell.
nuggets.
But it's funnier if we pretend it's human poop in his elevator.
I don't find poop funny ever.
No,
My
funny.
shoe came off.
Oh no! They
Whatever,
didn't
this is my
know.
life
They
now.
didn't know. You just told them.
Whatever. I'm wearing mismatched socks. Like the most mismatched socks of my entire life right now. Yeah. One of them has like pads, like Thorlo's pads, and the other one is a Japanese like big toe sock. So my big toe is like separated,
Japanese big toe
and it has a hole in
sock.
it. I just discovered.
So they feel different because
my
that's
shoes
the thing.
and they're different
They-
thicknesses.
Oh.
And I'm wearing orange pants, so I couldn't wear my orange shoes. So I'm wearing my maroon shoes that don't fit as well. It's an interesting foot day for me.
Yeah.
Sorry, Quentin. But
Your glasses kind of match your pants, though.
gotta accessorize.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a really good choice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like your glasses
Well,
too.
thank you. I appreciate
I
that.
guess you
forgot
didn't
mine.
say you liked my glasses.
I do like them, though.
He finally got glasses. We're very proud.
I wear them
Where-
at home, I promise. I don't really wear them here.
Why are you afraid?
Pictures or didn't happen.
I used to.
I just don't really
yeah.
need to, you know? It's like
You need
I'm
to.
so borderline.
I've seen you play games where you're like, "What's that? What did he say?"
Sometimes the like really, really small font gets me, but
And then you take them off of your clip, and you
Yeah.
stick them on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to get a whole bunch of Zenny glasses so I can just have burner glasses so that I can like make a joke and then just like throw my glasses. And then like pull out another $30 pair of glasses and just be like, anyway.
That's awesome. Please do
burner
that.
glasses.
The next time I see you, I want you to take your glasses off,
7
throw them on the ground, and just stomp on
smash
them and walk away.
And then just like continue talking like it didn't
Yes,
happen.
please.
Puppets.
puppets.
Tyler Gardner says the best puppet hands down is Jabba from Return of the Jedi.
Job game over.
And far better than any CG variants. There's something so alive and gross to this puppet. I love it. Loved it so much that when I was a kid, Jabba was my favorite character,
Yeah.
specifically for his awesome design.
Me too.
And then Captain Falcpon says favorite puppet is Salacious B. Crumb, which, if I'm not mistaken, is Jabba's little right-hand man thing.
Oh, yes.
A little-
Oh, yeah.
This thing always annoyed the shit out of me as a kid.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have known
Luke's
his
the-
name,
Salacious B. Crumb.
but I knew he was a thing.
So wait,
I
the
think that's who that
Mandalorian
is.
is after Return of the Jedi?
Girl, I don't know.
We need
that trailer
some
looked pretty
more-
dope, though.
Dude, maybe the Obi-Wan show will have
I mean,
Jabba
that-
the Hutt.
That would have to take place between Jedi and
Yes,
Seven.
dude.
Or, I mean, before 4.
The point is, I've been
Whatever.
begging for more Jabba the Hutt. And I think with this Obi-Wan show,
Dude, they
we can
laid
get
the
that.
groundwork in Solo. So, yeah.
Yeah, but we're not getting a follow-up to that.
No, but
Tanked
the
too
Obi-Wan
hard.
show will
Yeah.
be the follow-up.
Yeah, good call.
I feel
You inhaled. What's up?
no, I just feel like I should know more about Star Wars, and I have a lot of friends who are very educated in Star Wars.
Well, at least you're not in like the midst of the drama of Star Wars.
Yeah,
Like Star
yeah.
Wars is always just you like this one, I like this
But I
one.
feel
You
like
don't
it's
like
a-
this
Star
one.
Wars has just become more of an annoyance to me.
Feels like
I
a
love Star
language,
Wars,
like
but
it's a language I don't speak, and I wish I did.
Here's the deal. I wish no one would speak. Like hearing about
been a
people's opinions about like Star Wars or Game of Thrones, it's like, yeah. I
Dude,
don't
just
care.
like we thought Last Jedi was contentious. Just wait till this one, dude. The end of it all.
Oh yeah. Here's the deal. I was thinking about this the other day. I'm about to do the thing I say I don't want to do. But has JJ ever finished anything? He's a starter, not a finisher.
Oh, you mean like a
He may have stuck around
series?
for the end of Alias, but like other than that, I'm
I don't think
actually
he
not
did
even
stick
sure.
around for the end of no.
Because like
Because he moved on to Lost because I
Right,
just watched Alias.
right.
I was doing the research.
So it's like he starts things. He's never finished things.
Mm-hmm.
He dances around the mystery box. He never opens the mystery box.
right. That's his thing.
That's his
right?
thing.
Yeah.
And it's like
that TED Talk. If you haven't seen that TED Talk, listen to his TED Talk.
it's how to write poorly
really-
set up things.
But I think it's great.
it's a good TED Talk.
I like the idea of the mystery box.
Right, but you have to
Ian.
fucking know. Like, how much better would Lost have been if they knew what was in the damn box?
Yeah.
You know?
Or it could be that he has a lot of ideas, and so he's on to the next idea, and he's gotten one started, and
Right.
other people
Well, that's
are
the
on
thing.
that
He's
trail.
a starter. But now he's tasked with finishing.
Needs
and
to
I
be a
just
closer.
He's never done it. To my knowledge.
I believe in him.
I don't believe in anything anymore.
What was that one movie he did? The Super 8, right?
Super 8 was bad. Like, I was very excited for Super 8,
was
and
okay.
it fizzled.
It fizzled.
It fizzled.
Fizzled is such a great
Yeah.
description of Super 8,
Yeah.
dude. Super 8
It didn't
fizzles.
sizzle. It
It does.
Stand by me, sizzles.
right.
Super 8 fizzles. We're never getting through these damn puppet questions.
he came back to Lost for like an episode, or Alias for like an episode. He did Mission Impossible 3. That to me is his.
3 was all right.
That's got to be his best.
It had a
movie.
beginning, middle, and an end. I'm proud of you, JJ.
Star Trek.
I'm proud of you.
Super 8, Star Trek 2,
Those both just set stuff up.
Star Wars 7, Star Wars 9.
Star Wars 7 did not have an ending.
We all have our strengths.
And now he's gonna try to exercise a new one, and I hope it works out.
Yeah.
Those are all like good movies.
They're all
They're good.
He's never made like an outright bad
Yeah.
thing.
all like
to my
Star Trek
knowledge.
1 and 2 are like those are good.
Undercovers or whatever kind of died on the vine. Is that what it was called?
I don't know.
It was a show that had like one season that got canceled. It was like those two spies. I don't know. Whatever.
It's the one about the boss who like goes undercover.
That's
and-
Undercover Boss. I saw a billboard for something called like Intern in Chief, which I assume is a reality show about putting the intern in charge of your business.
That sounds like a bad idea.
I don't do that. Don't do
I mean,
that.
hey, who knows? Maybe these guys have some fresh ideas. I don't know. Robert Cassidy also liked Yoder,
Yo,
but Labyrinth, Dark Crystal, and Neverending Story are always fun to go back and watch. Here's the deal: Neverending Story
uh-oh.
does not hold up.
Didn't Damiani say this
Here's
is
the thing.
Also?
I never liked Neverending Story when I was a kid.
Me too.
It's
And-
deeply upsetting.
And then I tried to watch it again as an adult. I got through like a scene and I just put it down. I was like, I still don't like it. So I don't even know what that means because I don't remember it because I didn't like it.
I saw a really funny meme that was like an old school VHS, and it had Artax falling into the muck, and it just said that part of Neverending Story where the horse dies on repeat for 3 hours. And I was like, I would watch that. And that freaky wolf thing that's like the personification of the nothing, that is a scary ass movie. Say my name, Bastion. Say my name. That's what the...
Maybe I just had good taste. I knew what a good
Queen
movie
at the
was
end
and
or
a bad
whatever.
movie when I was a kid. And I was like, this is not going to
Brutal.
hold up.
You know what a good movie is? Care Bears in Wonderland. Fight me. Fight me.
Never seen it.
I haven't
haven't
seen
seen
it since
it
I was
either.
6.
Never heard of it.
But it
But I bet it
sounds
holds up.
good. You know what a good movie is? The Point. Have you seen The Point? I think it's narrated by Ringo Starr.
What the hell are you talking about?
It's
Point.
It's a movie called The Point. Look it up.
Yeah, wow.
Maybe I will.
You should.
Jeez.
Maybe
Do
I
it.
will.
Hey, is the T-800 a puppet?
Huh?
Terminator?
The robot?
Yeah, T-800 Terminator.
Probably.
The skeleton.
Probably like suspended by a wire. How would you
I
do something
don't
heavy
know.
like that?
I don't know Terminator well enough. I haven't
It's like a
seen
big
it
metal
for a
robot.
long time.
The Judgment robot. They're like, "Brr." You've probably seen it.
I'm sure I've seen it, but
Big ass metal chrome ass robot.
Yeah, I guess
Then
that's
it
my question.
probably-
Is like, what's the difference between
a thing.
a puppet and a model, though?
Does it have character? Is it
Models are like buildings and spaceships.
right?
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Largely.
But you
I
mean
would say.
like
But
a
I mean,
thing?
could like a robot that doesn't really have any personality, is that a puppet if it's moving, but it's just like kind of lifeless? And just killing?
Well, because puppets involve robotics a lot of the
Yeah,
time.
they do. So, yeah, I would say that is a robot. I mean, that is a robot. I would say the robot you're talking about is a robot. No,
Bold statement.
Real dude.
I am here to make decisions about robots.
We settled it.
Yes, I would say yes, especially because a robot is generally going to move in a humanoid way,
It's very humanoid.
right?
Humanoid.
So
Polymer
Medium-
alloy.
He's
Exoskeleton.
CG. He's CG.
T-1000.
Yeah, T-1000 is all CG,
Yeah.
baby.
No puppet about him.
No puppets. No puppets involved. I recently learned, I did not know this, that it was like a happy accident, terrifying accident for these child actors. And maybe this isn't true, but I just heard that in Jurassic Park, when the T-Rex broke through the sunroof of the
God.
car, it wasn't actually supposed to hit the window and break through, but because of the rain, the puppet was too heavy and it fell down farther than it was meant to.
oh my god,
That's what I heard. I just heard this
So
the other day, and I
sick.
didn't know that. I don't. I think that's true, but I don't know.
I mean, you watch it, they look
look
scared
terrified. They're like,
oh my god, that's
And it's just like-
terrifying.
Spielberg movies are full of these like insane happy
Keep rolling, keep
accidents.
rolling.
Yeah, he's just like keep going. Are the kids dead? Keep going.
Did we get it?
Yeah, and it's just like what? I don't know. Maybe that's not true. I don't know, but that's what I heard. I do know that the rain made that puppet very hard because it kept shaking wildly. Damn, Jurassic Park still looks good though.
Oh, it does.
And the perfect mixture of CG and puppetry.
Those
Really?
brontosauruses, when they first show up, though, look kind of...
Look a little CG.
Look
It
kinda
was
splashy.
1993,
Yep.
man.
I know.
They
That movie
did
looks better
a
than
great
movies coming
1993 job.
Today, that stuff holds up better because
sure.
they had to like take the time.
Yeah, and it's really cool how it made these jumps in CG, but it married them so well.
Yeah.
It married CG and practical so well, and that's why it holds up. And that's what we have to keep working toward. When I came to LA, I was like, puppets. They're, I was all about the puppets and not about the CG. And now I understand
The
that they have to
marriage.
work together. It's the marriage.
But you know what's
Awesome.
what's awesome
That's
about
good to hear. I like that.
you know what's awesome about the marriage of puppetry and CG is that if you have puppets in your shots as a reference for the lighting, your CG is going to look way better because like you can say, here's literally exactly what this thing is supposed to be lit
Nice.
like and how it's supposed to look in this setting. And then you can just do that in CG way
Cool.
easier because you have that reference.
Yeah. Do you know how they did in, I always forget the name of the movie, the Wizard of Oz movie with Franco.
Oz the
DeMarco.
Great and
Oh.
Oz the
Powerful?
Great and Powerful.
I never saw that.
So, and
like the beginning.
and I hate that I haven't seen it either. That's another one for my list, especially because one of my favorite puppeteers in all of Oz, in all of
In all the land.
in all of the land, in all the universe, Philip Huber is the
Huber.
puppeteer. Hey,
my-
No
are you guys
relation.
related?
No.
No
Oh my
relation.
god, how do
That'd
you
be awesome,
know?
though.
Do you have
It could be.
an uncle who's a puppeteer?
Do a 23andMe.
I think my mom did like a little while ago, like an ancestry thing.
And you are related to no puppeteers. That's what
The
23andMe
Puppeteers box
said.
was not checked.
No, left it blank.
So China Girl was puppeteered on set by Philip
What's
as
China
a marionette. It's a character
in Oz.
or China Doll, China
I
Girl.
saw it when
right?
it came out. I don't remember.
Yeah, so there's a character who's
This is bringing back a memory. Though,
Yeah.
dude.
China girl.
Yeah.
and she was puppeteered on set by Philip, and they used that as an animation reference. And I'm sorry, Philip, I haven't seen it yet, and I really need to. He's also the puppeteer for being John Malkovich.
Who's the puppet in Being John Malkovich?
John Malkovich.
John Cusack.
good.
John Cusack is a puppeteer.
Oh, right. Yes,
so
yes, yes.
so
yes,
then
yes.
there's the dance of despair
Yeah, I
where
totally
he
forgot
does
about that.
like
Yeah.
a forward flip and a back handspring or something like that, and it's actually real and it's
Like
a
a
marionette.
marionette?
Yeah,
Yeah, that was
And
really
Philip
good.
Huber is a master of engineering, and he figured out how to do that.
That movie's so good.
It's so that's
I love
yes.
that movie.
But so China
I
Girl
totally
is
forgot about
exactly
John
what that
Cusack's
is.
obsession with puppets until right now. That's so funny.
Does John Cusack have an obsession with
It's
puppets?
John Cusack's in that movie.
Oh, in the movie.
His character wants to be.
I
a
thought
puppeteer, and
maybe
Yeah.
John Cusack.
I mean, he might.
He could.
I just
The old
saw.
Cusack.
Oh, what is it called?
Dragonfly. In.
There's a movie with Adrien Brody and John Cusack and Jackie Chan, and they're all
What
like,
the hell?
yeah, they're all in like ancient times. I don't know the year, but like
They're in ancient times
are a
together.
liar.
no, and they're in like
You
China
lie,
or
sir.
something. I don't know where they are. I just saw the trailer today, and I don't have the
What?
details, but it confirmed in my mind. It's like some people just can't do period. Like John Cusack just does not look like he fits.
He's very much of now.
He's a man of the times, and those times are not the 18 or
Whatever ancient
1700
time.
ancient times. Yeah.
He's not ancient.
Have you ever seen not Storyteller, but the other one, Monster Maker? Monster? It was a Jim Henson thing, and it was dope. Also, the Jim Henson Hour was dope, and no one's seen it but me on the whole planet Earth, and it's amazing.
Yeah, my
I think
puppet
it's on
game is
YouTube.
lacking.
I rewatched some Storyteller the other night.
Which one'd you watch?
I
Update.
started
wants
from
to
the
update?
beginning. Oh.
We'll leave
We've
it.
got an update for you.
Here, we're gonna force it upon you.
Um,
Whatever, we'll just let it do its thing.
I started from the beginning. So the Hans, the hedgehog, the
yeah.
boy who becomes or is born a hedgehog.
Is that the first episode? Uh-huh. Wow.
Sonic.
I guess
was-
I always skip to
Sonic.
the
It's about
soldier and
Sonic.
Is
death.
it about Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The soldier and death, I think, is the name of the one.
Okay.
That's like one of my favorite like short stories and favorite episodes of anything ever.
I've got a.
It's the one where it starts where he's like walking down the street and he has a tuneless whistle, and then he like trades a guy his only bread for his whistle.
Oh, I don't think.
And
I've
then
seen
like
that.
and then he just like trades things, and he ends up with a sack, and anything you tell to go
Sack.
a sack.
I
And he
like
goes,
how you say
and he
sack.
well, because he says, and he's like, what is this? And then they're like, it's a sack. And then he's like, well, if this is a sack,
Yo.
then get in it. And anything he commands into the sack goes into the sack. And so he plays poker with some devils, Huber.
Whoa.
He plays poker against a bunch of devils.
What the hell?
Anyway, and at one point he captures death in a sack. It's awesome.
I didn't know how much I loved the word sack.
Sack.
It's fun to say.
Is it just when Ian
Yeah,
says it?
it's really good.
Well, if this is a sack, then get in it. That's what he always says. It makes no sense.
Storyteller?
If this is a sack, get
is
in
that?
it. Jim Henson's Storyteller, brah.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
originally on, I want to say HBO.
Whoa.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
I feel like I've
Anyway,
had HBO my
but
whole life.
but
It's
it's
from, like, the
on.
80s.
Never seen it.
John Hurt is the titular storyteller, and he has a puppet dog, and he's telling you stories. It's the coziest vibes on the planet Earth. You would love this.
And
show.
it's awesome because it's really like like there's shadow puppetry on his mug, and like there's it's just very theatrical, and I'm a theatrical girl, but it's very a great way to tell these
one of my
stories.
favorites ever. I never watched the there's like a sequel later, like Greek myths or something. I never saw those
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
because I'm a purist.
Is the Crypt Keeper a puppet? Tales from the Crypt.
Is he?
Think so.
I think he must be. He's too dang
Yeah.
skinny for makeup.
That's got to be a good one. That's a good.
That's a
puppet.
good one.
Crypt Keeper.
That's a good one, baby.
Yeah. Ever since our Zaniacs night, I've been wanting to go back and watch. But we really like Billy Zane.
We had a
Easy
stream where we all
Eyes.
just kept talking about Billy Zane
Yeah.
all the damn time.
And the podcast, like the episode was about.
It was
It was a
a
stream.
2-hour
Something
stream
else.
where
It was a live stream where he just kept screaming about Billy Zane for a while.
Nice.
I don't know what happened to us. The whole damn thing's falling apart. Phase 4.
it
Billy Zane.
made me want to go back and watch.
I
all
watched
Tales
a
from
trailer
the
for
Crypt.
the Phantom today.
Ooh.
That movie
what?
sucks.
You know, our theater gave out the ring he has.
I had that ring.
And
I
had
saw
that
that. I
ring.
saw
Yes.
that.
I'll have some
Touch
of
my
it. I
hand
lost
with your
it.
hand.
Oh, you
Yeah.
guys, that's so.
You're not a part of this.
Did you have a phantom ring?
Did you ever see the Phantom?
No,
Do you have the ring?
no,
Yeah, sorry.
I'm not a part of this.
You can't be a part of this. Well, let's come up with something else you can be a part of.
Zaniac.
Stephen Beaumont says my favorite Muppet from my childhood would have to be Ogro from Ogro's Cartoon Collection. He was I've never heard of this.
No.
He was a co-host of a cartoon block in Australia, and he was definitely pre-PC. He would not go over well today, and it's definitely worth a YouTube to see what he was allowed to get away with on kids' TV. He was finally canceled after going too far too many times. We're talking about a puppet?
Puppets are
Triumph.
allowed to go far, aren't they?
Yeah, that's the whole idea. As for film, I think Yoda would have to be my favorite, particularly when he's rummaging through Luke's backpack.
Oh, yeah.
If animatronics count as puppets, special praise needs to be given to the Velociraptor from Jurassic Park. Wow, what an amazing piece of work. The kitchen scene will forever be etched in my mind for how scary something synthetic could be. True.
Yes.
Them raptors.
And they originally were going to do that in stop motion.
Right. I saw those tests.
Yeah.
And they were weird.
Not great.
Glad they did not do that.
Yeah, stop motion is really good for some things.
And really bad
And
for
really bad for others.
There's gonna be a Jurassic World
short film, yeah.
coming.
Which we were theorizing today. A lot of the things we're talking about right now came up today when I was working at Viacom also. But we were theorizing that maybe they were testing out some kind of like new effect for the next feature or something.
Shout out to Trevor O, dude. He
Shout
likes
out.
tech. He likes pushing it.
If only he liked story.
You know, some directors are more
I have a
story and
podcast.
emotion. Some
I can say
directors
incendiary things about other filmmakers.
with all of our strengths.
Because it's been years since I've made a film. I made myself sad.
Aw.
I need to make movies again.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
something.
Now you're going to do that because of this moment.
Help
Make
me with
the-
my ghost musical.
Okay, sounds good. I'm in.
We'll do puppets.
At this, I always say I'm always in, and then I have too much to do, and then, yeah. But I'm in. I'll do it.
Sweet.
Let's do it.
Yes.
Yeah. Now
Dude.
look. Now you're not.
Now
part
you're
of
not
this.
part of it.
Dude,
you don't
make
have a
Thing 2.
Phantom Ring. What?
Let's make an unofficial sequel to The Thing
No.
and some awesome puppets.
Oh my
Stan Winston,
God.
pro.
That's
Best.
best in the biz.
Best in the biz.
Yeah.
Did he do The Fly? Was that him?
I don't know.
I know he did
I haven't seen
Aliens.
Fly. The Fly.
I know he did Terminator.
Yo, you got to see The Fly. The Fly's good.
Okay, it's on my list too.
The
He did
Cronenberg-
Iron Man.
Cronenberg Fly.
Sam Winston did Iron Man.
He
I
did
think
Iron
It was
Man?
one of the last movies he did, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Iron Man 1.
I did not know that. That's cool.
Huh.
Yeah.
Is Iron Man a puppet?
There's a lot
a
of
body-
stuff
There's a lot
going
of there's
on.
a yeah there's a lot,
Probably
of stuff.
sometimes a puppet.
Yeah, because he did a lot of creature stuff and makeup and yeah, robotics.
Yeah,
and,
Stan.
Stan
Pour
Winston,
one out.
Dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
dude,
and
the
it's-
best ever.
and it's amazing that like Stan Winston School is amazing that
Yeah.
you can learn from these incredible teachers
That is really cool.
online.
Online?
Oh yeah, you don't know about the Stan
I
Winston
knew
School?
there was a Stan Winston School. I thought it was a place.
No, you can like pay I don't know how much money, and it's all of these videos from experts in the field doing the thing they do.
Whoa, that's cool.
So now you too can be.
You make puppets, right?
I
Like,
I can't. I would say I'm better than a lay person, and not like I could assist people, and I can follow directions, and I can make my own thing. Like I've made puppets.
Because I feel like I'm not, like, I can, like, fix a wall or, like, build a synth or a computer or something, but I feel like I don't have, like, that kind of, like, artistic skill to make a model or a puppet.
Yeah,
Seems hard.
it's. I mean, it just
But I'd
if
love
you
to
don't.
try.
Well, if you don't. So you should try then.
Try
I
it.
think you should try it. It might look like
Look at that.
popsicle sticks
Motivation.
with pom poms, and that's fine too.
Hey,
That's a puppet too.
It works for Toy Story 4. That's a damn
Yeah, I have
fork.
not seen that.
Forky.
But I've seen the. I like the spirit of it. That's a
Yeah,
character,
Forky's
you know?
pretty funny.
yeah.
Kind of suicidal, a little weird,
It's kind
kind of a strange take.
of, yeah.
Also, like, there are these mannequins in the movie that are legitimately too scary. Like, a kid in my audience had to leave the theater
Whoa.
in a Toy Story
Yeah,
movie.
those things are
Wow.
intense.
They were very scary.
I like what it does for the future of the franchise. I'm into it.
Yeah?
Like, I'm
What does it
excited
do?
for
I
more.
You think they're
haven't-
going
I
to
don't
do
want to
more?
spoil it.
Okay.
Oh my god, yeah. They already have a show announced.
Oh.
A show?
On Disney
Disney Plus. Yep.
Oh, on Disney
Bo
Plus.
Peep.
Plus?
Bo
Yeah,
Peep Pipe,
yeah.
bridging the gap.
Logan Taus. Taus? I screwed up this person's name before. Tawse. Can I say Buttons is my favorite puppet?
Sorry.
Buttons. They mentioned Buttons. Remember Buttons?
Buttons.
Buttons
Who's
is
Buttons?
The old cat from Game
Oh,
Trailers Days.
you
Yeah.
mentioned
I
him
mentioned
earlier
Bu-
today.
I looked for him. He's not here. I think he's at Jones's.
Buttons.
He lives at Jones's couch
And
now.
Fancy.
Oh.
Fancy.
Fancy was so
I forgot about
good.
Fancy. Didn't Fancy die or
Yeah.
something?
Fancy was the best.
Fancy was a cat and it died.
A real
Or
live
was it
cat
like
or
a-
a puppet,
puppet cat.
Okay, and
Yeah.
it died.
Yeah, in the lore it died.
Oh man, this lore sounds awesome.
We have like a deep lore here around
Yeah.
here.
Okay.
A deep and convoluted
A
lore.
multiverse, if you will.
Yeah, because none of it is really coherent. I don't know.
Okay, love it.
Aspo Zapruder says Kermit the Frog is their favorite.
Kermit.
I've adored Kermit my whole life, so it was really hard to articulate why I love him so much. I think it's that he has at heart such a sweet guy, but he also rolls his eyes and gets frustrated at things, all of which aided how expressive he is. He can raise his eyebrows or smirk or just flail his arms around. Plus, he's an old-fashioned showbiz cheeseball. What's not to love?
I feel like Kermit's all about bonds.
Bonds.
Kermit is legit,
Bonds.
just like a
Yeah.
good dude.
Bonds
Yeah.
like between
Yeah. Trying to
Huber
bring all
likes
the Muppets
bonds.
together. Yeah.
bonds.
Yeah. Huber likes those bonds.
Yeah, I do. I'm all about it. And
bonds.
none of
Bonds.
those corporate bonds.
James
Yeah.
Bonds.
James Bonds.
I need to rewatch
There might
Bonds.
be more than one Bond in the new Bond.
Ooh.
Ooh, kind of like Black Widow. There's multiple.
It's a title, not a person. Varun Kachwaha says it's not a movie, but it isn't the best puppet thing around. However, Firefly Funhouse is a segment they've been showing in WWE to promote a character. Hopefully, Huber knows what I'm talking about.
I
But
don't
the
watch
puppets
wrestling
and
anymore, but
characters
yes.
are interesting and quite creepy. I would recommend checking some of the episodes out. They're short.
Yeah, I'm glad they mentioned that. It's actually incredible. There is a character who had a gimmick back in the day. His name is Bray Wyatt. He has like a horror wrestling gimmick.
Okay,
And then
cool.
he kind of disappeared for a while. And then slowly these like weird videos started playing in between matches, getting like creepier and creepier.
I love stuff like that.
Yeah,
Me
and then all of a
too.
sudden,
You know I
love stuff
and all
like
of a sudden
that.
he comes out like a Mr. Rogers style host, like, welcome everybody to the Firefly Funhouse. And it's like really, really jolly with like a really sinister undertone
Yo.
beneath it all.
That's like Threshold Kids
That
from
sounds
Control.
amazing.
And then he has like this other dark persona that finally comes out, and then like finally he had his first match the other day, and like that persona came out, and then in between it he's got these like Firefly Funhouse videos. It's really well
That's
done.
dope. That's
It's-
dope.
It's cool when you see like a passionate take on like promos and stuff as a wrestler, and like he clearly has a
Yeah.
passion for this kind of storytelling with like puppets and stuff.
That's awesome.
That reminded me of Threshold Kids. which is a little short thing in a game called Control. And in the world of the game, they made it to like teach kids about like weird like objects of power and stuff in the world. It's pretty crazy, but it's like really creepy. Very Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared vibes. Did you ever watch Don't Hug Me, I'm
No.
Scared? Yeah.
I've heard of it though, but I haven't seen it.
Demps Pops.
Yeah.
Pups.
Wait.
Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared is good.
Wait, somebody told me about it.
We're waiting.
If you told me about it, tell me about it again.
It's on YouTube, so you can watch it.
But nothing is more disgusting than Meet the Feebles. It is the #1 most
Okay,
disgusting.
I've gotta see
most
it. I
graphic,
know,
like
I've gotta see it too.
NC-17 levels of disgusting puppetry.
Jesus Christos.
Like,
Peter Jackson unhinged.
nice.
Meet the Feebles.
Okay.
It's raunchy. It is graphic.
Puppet sex?
There's
She's
puppet
all about
sex.
puppet sex, apparently.
And fairy sex, and apparently just sex. I don't.
It's natural. Like,
Hey, nothing more natural than that.
it's how we're all
Fairy
made.
puppet sex.
That's why we're all here.
It is.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we're getting deep now.
Should I do another thing, or should we talk about sex for a while more?
Do another.
Well,
It's a
if,
different podcast. We got a different podcast for that.
The after hours.
Colin Gray, my favorite puppets have nothing to do with character, but rather what kind of puppet it is. My personal favorites are the two-person puppets like Fozzie the Bear, Rolf the Dog, and Dr. Teeth and Cookie Monster. They require dancer-like ability to have two puppeteers controlling the arms while the other one controls the mouth, and both in turn create the character. That's sort of like what you were saying.
yeah, we were talking about that, and that's really cool that person they're interested in.
So like,
in
how
that.
does it? I've always wondered like, so you've got your arm up here. Do you have to have your head?
Is this
like,
your head? Is that
Yeah.
the puppet's head? Okay.
Like, how, do
Cool.
you have to go like this?
It depends where the camera is.
Because
Yeah.
like, here's the deal: being a puppeteer seems like it would suck. Like it seems like it would be really hard, and your arms would get tired. Like my arm is tired from holding it up for that long.
Yeah.
For like a second.
I was on a set the other day, and the director said, "Move to your left." I was like, he has no idea which direction I'm facing right now
Yeah.
because I am not. He was talking.
Move to the puppet's left.
No, he didn't mean the puppet. He meant mine. And I was like, I'm not facing the direction you think. Because I was like all convoluted because I can see as a puppeteer, you have a monitor. So
Yeah.
you can see what the camera sees. And that's how you keep yourself out of the shot and also how you keep the puppet in where you want it to be and know where the eye lines are and all that because you can't see through
You
the
don't have
puppet's
eyes on your
eyes.
hands, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yet.
Yeah.
Technology.
Yeah,
Well,
eyes
cameras
on
in the eyes.
Oh, it's like Agra
Yeah.
in Dark Crystal, and you can
Yeah.
hold
Oh
your
yeah.
eye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do understand that
Yeah,
reference.
got it.
Or like that thing in Pan's Labyrinth, which is
Right.
probably just a guy in makeup, but
Yeah, it's Doug
Get
Jones.
eye
Doug
hands.
Jones.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Doug Jones.
Doug
right?
Jones the master.
Doug Jones is like a human puppet.
Shout out.
Doug Jones is incredible. I think
Shout
Shape of
out.
Water is
Shape of Water, real good.
top 3, maybe.
For all movies in the world.
Maybe
for you?
that's a bold statement.
It's a
It's
very
a good
beautiful
movie.
movie, dude.
I
It is like
loved it.
finger
I
on
only
the
saw it
like,
once. I really liked
heartstrings.
And I love, puppets, yes, puppets talk, but I come from a world where puppets talk less, like more theatrical puppets. And so Shape of Water is all about communication without speaking. And so, no, he's not a puppet. He's a suit performer, but also it's an extension. You know, they're all related. But the communication between those characters is so incredible.
Yeah. That movie is
And
intimate,
Doug Jones,
dude.
oh my God, talk about expression, just physical
Yeah.
communication. And
I was
Into
rewatching
it.
Hellboy the other day,
Orig?
a couple of months ago. Yeah, and I haven't seen the new one.
Me neither.
But he's Abe Sapien in that, like that fish man. He loves playing fishman, it turns out. But yeah, he's good in that too.
yeah, he's in.
Tra-la-la.
It's like Guillermo's guy.
Yeah.
It's too bad he couldn't finish his Hellboy trilogy. It's a bummer.
Who, Guillermo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 is an incredible movie. and it
2
just
is
didn't make enough.
better than 1. 1 didn't really.
I like
It was,
it.
it was okay, but it,
Yeah.
like you didn't need the audience
Yeah.
analog guy in there and like whatever.
Some more for my list.
Tra-la-la.
because I haven't seen
Just
Hellboy.
skip to Hellboy.
What about
2.
Pacific?
I actually also haven't seen that. I know.
Okay, hey, that's better
I
than you
know.
not liking it.
No,
You
I
dodged
haven't.
a bullet.
Yeah, that's the one. If you say you don't like Pacific Rim, Huber just starts choking.
I wanted to ask you about like what the effects are in that because those
I
are
don't
just
know.
mind blowing.
That is,
Like, is that a puppet? Is
I
that
wonder, like, because they're like scale. They're probably just CG. I don't know.
and just
I know
models,
that they
lot of
built
models.
the head full scale
Yeah.
and like.
He likes practical. He
Yeah.
likes puppets. So
Dude, I want Guillermo to make Mountains of Madness, dog.
I know.
Let him do it. Cooey. Anyway, whatever.
Hey, when you win best picture, dude, your
yeah.
options go up exponentially, dude. I bet at this point, I bet he can legit make whatever he wants.
He's gonna pull a Halle Berry and play Catwoman, and then we'll never see him again.
He needs his next movie needs to be like Mountains of Madness because now's the time.
Yeah,
he
now's
can
the
make
time. Make a weird one.
Yeah, he can get all the money, all the
Get
risk,
weird, Guillermo.
yeah.
or just come back and Pacific Rim 3, close it out.
Have you guys seen Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark?
Yeah.
I have not seen it.
I was too afraid because
He didn't direct it, right?
It is
He wrote it.
He just
wrote
produced. He
No.
wrote a bit of
Wrote-
it. Yeah, he
okay.
helped on the screenplay.
Guillermo did?
I think. I don't know if he did the screenplay, but he has a story credit.
Guillermo
did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it just
The
might
art
be a
from the
story
books
credit.
is too scary. I was like, I'm not
It
seeing
is.
that movie.
Oh, I still have. I don't know if I literally have nightmares, but I'm going to say I still have nightmares about those stories.
Yeah,
They're disgusting.
they're great.
So the movie
The
does.
movie was the most PG horror movie you could possibly see. So if you are a scaredy cat,
PG?
no, it's PG-13.
Oh,
But it's really, really tame. There's one really not bloody graphic, but there's one really like visceral, scary part that doesn't go on too long, and then there's one like kind of creepy part.
I just don't like jump scares.
There's
I don't either.
and I don't like.
there were maybe a couple.
Yeah.
It's really, really tame, dude. It is for kids. Like it is.
Like I wish I
it is a
hadn't.
kid scary movie.
I wish I hadn't seen Hereditary, because
Okay.
like some of the images linger.
Dude, if
in my
Hereditary
brain.
is 1,000 out of 10 on the scary horror meter, this
didn't think it was
movie
that
is like
scary.
a
I don't know.
3.
Also, Ari Aster foreshadows too damn much. I can't handle it. It's just it spoils the movies. They spoil them damn selves. Midsummer, it's like okay, I knew everything was gonna happen. Ugh.
I mean, but you
I
know
really-
that it's a cult.
I mean,
Is that
yeah,
really
I
a
want to see
spoiler?
it and I haven't yet.
Is that
I
really a
should,
spoiler?
right? No? Should I
yeah,
see Midsummer?
It's fine.
I liked it.
Okay,
fine.
so I should. I don't know.
Catch it on
Again.
video. It doesn't matter.
Again, I feel like we live in a very privileged time when it comes to like specific types of movies. So to get like just a high, like I don't know, it's not very high budget, but like still to get
I'm
these
happy
like
it exists.
to get these well-produced horror movies now
Yeah.
is just like it's awesome.
And like it makes you talk and think about it, and that's good. I think like it's a little too handholdy for my taste. Like I want to be more of an active participant in movies than like a lot of modern films allow you to be because they have to make money, I guess. I don't know. But like
See Synecdoche, New York.
okay.
It will not
Will
hold
do.
your hand.
it's a very
Will do. Yeah, I need to see it. Bloop bleep blop Tokyo Slim, the Queen Alien, we talked about that.
best in the biz.
The CGI aliens in the ensuing films have they're terrible.
Yeah.
And he says,
Terrible.
"Don't get me started on Jabba
Terrible.
the Hutt."
I'm just yeah.
Darren Mifsud says, "I just want to mention the full body puppet featuring an animatronic head. This was very successfully used in one of my favorite movies of all time, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles from 1990. An amazing dark movie in line with Labyrinth and Dark Crystal. Still the best looking Ninja Turtles. Don't skip.
Don't skip. Goldilocks.
Goldilocks."
Turtles won, dude. I cannot like. I've been in a Turtles mood for the last like couple months.
Years.
Just crazy.
Nice.
I mean, my whole life I've loved the Turtles. I got a million action figures, and like I grew up with the Turtles.
Yeah.
Loved them my whole life, but like, you know, your loves come and go. You know.
Yeah.
Just the last couple months, man. I'm all about the Turtles.
So how did they do turtles? Because I always
Suits.
thought it's their bodies, their suits, but then they have animatronics in the face.
It must be. I when I saw it, I wasn't a puppeteer, so I don't remember, but I know
We were children.
we were
Yeah.
children.
Children.
Yeah, what year
We
is
were
that?
but children.
What year was that?
1990, they say.
Okay,
Yeah.
yes, I was children. Well, I remember the turtles came to my
I would
gymnastics
be
class.
fine.
Awesome.
My tumbling, it wasn't gymnastics, it was like rolling.
Tumbling.
It was the tumbling class. And the turtles came. They were probably in Halloween
real
costume.
turtles?
I thought they were. I don't know. Mom and Dad, were they? I don't
It
know.
was probably like high schoolers. When we were high schoolers, we had clowns, and they would go. You would be a clown, and you would go down to the elementary school and like entertain the kids.
It's freaky.
That's sweet.
It was nice. They were nice.
Okay.
I wasn't in clowns, but
You'll flip too.
don't say that shit to me. I haven't seen those movies.
Well, too.
Now I'm off skit, Georgie.
Popcorn popping.
Is that what he talks like?
Yeah, in the
Movie
first one.
sounds hilarious.
Popcorn popping. Pop, 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 pop. That's what he does.
Oh man,
He's a
I want to
freak.
watch it, but I want you to like shield my eyes from every
Dude.
jump scare.
Oh, you
Like,
can be his mommy.
Yeah, you can just shield my eyes.
Beth is like terrified. Can't do horror movies. We do one a year on Halloween.
That's his wife.
Can't do horror movies. They're such
Oh,
a
Beth's
great.
his wife.
They're such a
Beth,
Beth.
not Bet.
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 Bet Midler.
Are you married to
BTH.
Bet?
He's married
Or
to Bette
Beth.
Midler.
Bet. There's such a great love story in it. So I like was tempted to kind of like just like show her select scenes that are like really adorable. And I was like, it's impossible because this movie is just nonstop breakneck scare. It's like nonstop.
Scare.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like it.
Scare. When did we start filming? How long is this episode already?
3 hours.
Let's go
We're on
faster.
hours.
Best movie that uses puppets, Project Dad says Muppet Christmas Carol. I love that movie. Radioactive Magic brings up Farscape.
I actually haven't seen Farscape. Oh, I have. No. I just haven't seen a lot of Farscape.
I didn't finish Farscape,
Is that
but
the
I
one
love
with the
that.
dinos?
but
What's the
I-
one with the dino family?
Dinosaurs.
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 Oh, it's very appropriately named.
Yeah.
I love dinosaurs. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, we have to go fast now, Joe. Right.
Well, we can go at whatever speed.
I
Dinosaurs
love
is great.
dinosaurs. I love dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs.
What does the baby always say? Doesn't it have like
Not the
rabbit-
mama.
Oh yeah, and he would like hit things.
Huh?
Does Dawn like that show?
I feel like Don probably likes dinosaurs.
Cool.
You don't know Don.
Dawn loves dinos.
I don't know.
Don't
Don.
think about Don. It's too
Do I know
complex.
Don?
It's too complex. He's too complex.
I'm thinking about Don.
Don't think about Don.
Oh no!
Asbos and Pruder again says because of their Kermit bias, naturally they're going to choose a Muppet movie, and the Great Muppet Caper is the one they chose because of Muppets on bicycles, swimming, complicated stuff. Andrew McMillan says The Thing. The Thing, baby. That's one of my faves.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Faves pups.
Yep. It's ridiculous.
Love that thing. Those
Love it.
pups. Also, like, great combination of just like old school camera tricks with dope ass puppets. So much stuff like in reverse, and it just looks amazing.
Yeah.
Like tendrils shooting out, but it's just they're pulling them in.
I mean, how cool is that when you had to figure out how to do something? It's like,
Yeah.
we have this thing that we have to make. How are we going to make that rather than just... And I totally respect CG artists.
For sure.
Amazing work.
Yeah.
But when you have to problem solve that thing... Not that there's not problem solving, I'm sure, in CG. I'm not...
Look. All we're saying is that CG is trash. And
all
anyone
we're
who does
saying.
CG is stupid.
I'm glad you
butt
got what
people.
I was trying
They're
to
just
say.
stupid butt people.
Well, you know what I was thinking about it the other day, and I was thinking about what is the difference to me between practical and CG. There are a lot of differences, but one to me, and even art, any art that is made on the computer versus art that is drawn or sculpted or you can't press Control Z.
Right.
And so since you can't take anything back, all of that is baked into the final thing. There's some remnant.
Unless you just like start over.
Unless you start over, in which case the next thing is going to have, the next mistakes you make. And so you're able to track the artist's time somehow through a physical object because it took time to do each thing.
Yeah.
When you can press Control Z, the artist can go back and actually delete some of the time and you'll never know it existed.
travel.
Yeah, and I noticed that when because I'll make like digital art and stuff, and then when I'm trying to do something with my hands, my impulse is to press Control Z, and I don't have it, which is good because then you're actually collaborating with the mistakes and with the material, and like if I have gotten into to woodworking. and like if you cut
Dope.
too far, the nose is flatter. Or I made like a torso, like a bust for a friend, and the boobs are very flat because that's what happened.
Nothing wrong with some flat boobs.
Nothing wrong with flat boobs, but it gives her character.
Yeah.
So that moment was etched into there forever, and Missy has the flat boobs forever, unless she threw them away.
It's possible.
Maybe she threw them away.
Was it like the bust in Fleabag?
Not as pretty. Yes, not as perfect.
We've kind of talked about this already, what counts as a puppet, so I'll skip it.
Skip it. Not important.
We've
very
talked about
important.
what goes into operating a puppet, too, more or less. We've talked about Jim Henson. We've talked about Stan Winston. We've talked about CG. Here's one. What movies would have been improved by going with puppets instead of CG? The prequels.
Alien
The
3
prequels, yeah.
Alien 3.
uses both. They
Uses
are
both.
shots when
Alien
there's
3.
puppets, but
Alien
like,
Covenant, for sure.
dude, Prometheus.
Prometheus.
Couldn't have been saved.
Prometheus, I guess, is
Did
better
I
than
feel-
Alien Covenant, but
Yeah,
they're both hot garb.
I
kinda.
feel like I'm just gonna give a general answer. Anything that has no physical basis.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not a rule completely.
And again, like
one of my most passionate and despised thing, CG blood.
Oh, sure.
CG blood, dude. When people are going through like shooting people and it's just like this artificial fake CG pew pew pew, I'm just like,
It
get
can
it
look
out.
really
Get
bad.
it out.
Cheaper on the costumes, though.
Yeah.
Because I think John Wick easier
Probably.
for continuity. John Wick, actually, there's a really good Corridor Digital video about their muzzle flash
Okay.
not being good in John
Yeah.
Wick.
Yeah.
Interesting watch. It's a good.
Okay.
They do a
Because
couple.
do they use CG blood? I feel like they do, and sometimes I'm like,
Yeah, I think they do, and
Yeah.
like they definitely did post muzzle flash and stuff. Because like firing guns, even blank guns, is they talk about this in the Corridor video, but like it's insanely dangerous. Like that's how Brandon Lee died in The Crow. You know, like those are blank guns. I think blank firing guns, but like you can still die. It's still shooting a thing out. You know, a little ways, and it's like stuff can go wrong.
Jeez.
But yeah. So like John Wick, you know, he's going like this to people. They're not going to have live firing or blind firing guns, you know. So they have to do it in post. But
Crazy.
the downside is you have to like simulate the light and the smoke and the
Yeah.
muzzle flash and all the stuff and the blood and the blah blah blue.
That case, better safe than sorry.
Yeah. yeah. Like I would. Oh, excuse me. I'll take bad muzzle flash over like actors dying.
Yes,
Yes.
Any day.
for sure.
For
Every time.
Save the actors.
Keanu
Protect
at all
Keanu
costs.
Yeah. He's the only good man left.
Protect him.
Robert Cassidy mentioned the Hobbit trilogy, that it had too much CG.
Have not seen.
I only saw the first two.
So true, dude.
They also say that puppets fit Guillermo's style very well, and they should do puppets. In, like, for example, I would say Mountains of Madness, maybe.
Are you still
Stephen
upset about
Beaumont.
The Hobbit?
Yeah.
Oh, we lost one.
It's all right. Just lay down for a
I
minute.
really enjoy the Hobbit part 2 because Smaug is such a great
Smog is
character.
dope.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I-
Talk about.
that
I
was the
have
only one I saw
actually
too.
haven't seen it, but I've seen like, the video of him
Yeah.
performing it and stuff. And
Phenomenal.
Old
yeah,
Benny
the
comes.
thing with I don't know how much. I don't remember how much we talked about mocap because I blanked out for the last 2 hours. But
Sorry.
no, it was just so much
Mocap is
fun.
dope.
So much fun. But
I have friends who do
that's
mocap.
another thing, that there are so many people that are involved in making that character.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yes, he is performing the basis for that character.
But other people.
Yeah, other people are animating. There's so many people involved in creating that character, and that's such a gorgeous thing.
I
That
love
is cool.
CG. Like, I love,
That is
like...
really cool.
I
When you
think
really think about it.
Yeah. Like, Smog was really cool. Caesar from the War of the Planet of the
Oh,
Apes, the
yeah.
Planet of the Apes movies, so
Yep.
good. Like, looks amazing.
And those are based in real physical things.
Yeah.
So yes, you're not seeing any of the actual thing because none of it was the image wasn't captured, but it's based on data of things in real life, space, time.
And like talking about having reference material, like I learned this I think from Corridor Digital also. Like they said for Chappie, which I haven't seen and I heard was
Chippy?
awful,
Yeah.
but I never saw
Skip
it.
it. Skip it.
But they did a really cool thing where maybe like a crazy reckless thing, but they like were doing like roto CG replacement of the actor in the space, but they would take the robot that they built and put it in the space just for reference for the lighting in every scene. And I'm like, that's really smart. That's a really good thing to do.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what?
Stephen
See Chappie
Beaumont.
just for Hugh Jackman.
Love me some Hugh Jackman.
Love Hugh Jackman.
Stephen Beaumont, all the Alien film post-Aliens have bad CG. And Return of the Jedi on Blu-ray. Because they replaced stuff. Yeah.
I was trying to find this online and didn't do a good job, or it's not there, of these franchises like Jurassic Park and now I can't think of anything else. Star Wars,
Harry Potter, Terminator, Lord of the Rings,
and look at what was practical and what was CG in each one and the progression. And I just don't know if anything like chronicling that exists, and that I'd be very interested.
You gotta make it.
Okay.
You gotta be the one.
Let's do it.
What?
Yeah, let's do it.
Like chronicling the rise of CG?
Not even the rise of CG, but because like with Star Wars, then he went back, you know.
Oh,
So just how things developed and what that correlates to, and how it correlates to whether something was received well or not.
Like
Terminator 2
guns with walkie-talkies in E.T.
Terminator 2 to Jurassic Park, like those two movies are like really the big, huge moment for CG.
Yeah.
91 and 93.
How do puppets for kids differ from puppets for grown-ups?
Oh.
Well, just content.
We know
right?
we know some of the ways. We know what you're thinking.
Was I thinking about that?
I don't know.
Oh. I didn't realize I was. I want to say that they don't. That's what I want to say.
I ask a lot of trick questions in the prompts.
Yeah.
And
What did people say?
Some of these gotcha questions.
I have a quick question though. Did that Muppet movie ever come out with like the detective? They were making that. You know what I'm talking about? It was
Yes.
like
It's not a
Happy Time Murders?
Yeah.
It did come out.
Okay.
I
remember there was some controversy
amazing?
there
I don't know.
because of the rights and stuff.
I heard it.
Wasn't that
Yes. But I also heard that. I don't know. I heard stuff. I heard stuff. I have not seen it, so I can't comment on
Got
it. Yeah, unfortunately.
Robert Cassidy said that it doesn't have to be this way, but I think puppets for adults typically try and blend in more, while using puppets to try to make something feel real by having it truly exist in the space with the rest of the characters, and kids' puppets are okay with just being puppets. I agree to an extent, because like puppets in The Thing are trying to look like a monster in that space, whereas like Big Bird or Kermit, are puppet creatures.
They are what they are.
They are what they are.
And
I am what I am.
I want to say that we should be able to let puppets be puppets.
Let puppets be puppets.
I mean,
I love puppets.
Yeah.
I loved watching. Like I recently rewatched Gremlins, and I was like, those are puppets. They're done well. They're puppets, and they're not trying to make them anything else other than puppets. And I love that.
Yeah.
So
My sound professor did the sound for that movie.
nice,
From
good
college.
job, sound
Yeah.
professor.
Yeah. Fun fact. And Die Hard.
Oh,
Dude.
And like every
Wow.
other movie that you've ever loved from the 80s.
He did the
He
sound
was awesome, yeah.
for Die Hard.
Yeah. Dave Stone.
So the next time I
And
hear
Vanessa
blam,
theme
blam,
on
blam, it's him.
Dave.
yeah. The guns all just go, Dave, Dave. Yeah. Chris Griffin, the real Chris Griffin, the Chris Griffin. The Chris Griffin. I think this all falls back to Jim Henson, who believed that they were entertainment for everybody. And they watched a video that resurfaced online of Kermit singing ABCs with a little girl, and she treated Kermit the way that she would treat any friend. Or you watch the outtakes of Ricky Gervais talking with Elmo, and it's easy to forget that Elmo is being operated. He talks to Elmo like he would anybody else. They can be for kids or adults, and the only difference is the subject matter surrounding them. Those are the right answers.
Those are great answers.
Pretty much.
Your people are people.
Oh, yeah,
like
the
good people.
Feebles
Smarties.
is an
Got some
adult
Smarties.
film.
What is?
Meet the Feebles.
Damn
Those
it,
are the
we know.
top-
We
For
haven't
adults.
seen it.
We've been talking about Puppet Sex all night.
I want to see, like, what is the description? Like, how do you even describe Meet the Feebles? Like, what do you even say?
I don't know.
Tell us.
Are you going to look it up? Tell us right now?
1989,
Huh?
multiple animals and insects experience the sleazier side of show business while working on a variety show.
This is not at all what I
It is.
expected.
Put it on. Put it on.
Yeah, throw it
Let's
up.
watch it.
It's incredible. Like, look at this disgusting ass bunny, dude.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Nice.
It's gross. This guy's got a gun to his head.
We can't show.
Yeah, sorry.
Imagine these
Just
in your
check
mind,
it out, dude.
chat.
It's a dark and twisted look into Peter Jackson's mind.
Wow.
The dude made Lord of the Rings.
Yo, but straight up, how do you keep your arm from getting tired?
You do it right.
How do you do it right?
Well,
my limbs go to sleep instantaneously when I do like anything.
Well, one thing is you rest when it's time to rest. So
But is it time to rest like every 20 seconds?
it depends on what you're doing. You would have to rest every 20 seconds.
That's
Is
what
that
I'm
what you're saying?
I'm saying my arms don't have the. Maybe my heart isn't strong
If you
enough.
were if you were a puppeteer, then you would have stronger arms because that would be your job, right?
I suppose.
There's also there's ways that you stack on top, so you have to know how
Have your, like,
to
bones do the work for you?
Yeah, so you have to know how to puppeteer correctly so that you're not getting tired all the time. Sometimes you're in positions where you are getting tired, and then you have to find how your body wants to. Ew,
The chair's making noises.
farting.
What
And so I when I was doing, actually I think these were the first puppets that I ever touched that talked, and I remember I was afraid of talking puppets, and
like meaning you had to go like this?
yeah,
Okay.
and because I was so used to like on stage and it's a bunch of us and the puppet is like sitting down and then standing up and just
Artsy
expressing
stuff.
artsy stuff. So Marty Robinson, who is an incredible puppeteer, he designed Audrey 2.
Oh, nice.
And
Okay.
he's Telly Monster and Snuffy, and he's also just an incredible artist.
Big leagues.
He's great, and so he's the first person who taught me this stuff. And
Dang.
So, and I was really nervous,
Yeah.
and not because it was him, but because I was just afraid of puppets with
Talking.
mouths. And so we did one exercise, and then we were in between exercises, and I still had my hand up, and I was still kind of like doing stuff, and he was like, "It's time to rest. Put your arm down." And then I always remember that because that's like I was kind of not exactly showing off because I didn't have anything to show off, but like, look how strong I am.
You're ready to go.
You don't have to
Prove
anything. And I was in another show that I was in. This was stage, and I stayed in the position even when we weren't rehearsing, and did really bad things to some nerves, and then didn't have control over my legs for the next 3 weeks because I didn't rest.
What?
Because I didn't rest. That
Good
was when
Lord,
I was like in my
strain
early
yourself.
20s. Yeah.
Jesus.
So, because I was like, I don't have to rest.
But it turns out you did.
I did, and I
Like your hero scolded you about.
I know this was before that,
Oh, okay.
and I wouldn't have known because it didn't hurt or anything.
Because you didn't have any freaking
I
nerves.
didn't have any. Yeah, exactly. So
Heavens to
rest.
Betsy.
You rest when it's time to rest. You know
Scary
how
advice.
your body works in relation to the work that you have to do, and their techniques.
So yeah, I guess besides resting, what would be your tip? Like, say someone's aspiring puppeteers out here in the audience. What would be your tips to like busting into puppeteering, or like how to get started, how to be a good puppeteer?
Do stuff on your own.
Okay.
There's a lot of stuff now that examples that you can watch online. Not everyone is a builder. A lot of puppeteers end up being builders as well because they want something to work with. There are a lot of videos online that show you, like by really incredible people, that show you how to build something. And even if you're not going to be a builder, you can build something to practice with. And so if you want to be a TV puppeteer, you have to learn monitor technique and set up a camera, learn how to switch your brain from seeing, because the camera
Right.
is seeing you're seeing what the
You have to
camera
look the
is
right
seeing
direction,
as
yeah.
opposed to what you would see in a mirror.
Right.
So there's just that really technical stuff that you have to learn. And get good and
Get good.
auditions and make your own stuff and get your stuff out there. Like now there's, I
Like
mean,
videos, you mean?
yeah, there's all the, that's a way now of a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like you make your own content and it gets seen. So
Yeah.
there's that way in. And then there's also like the auditions way and the making connections way. But I'm terrible with names. But okay, so Barnaby Dixon, who is he makes these incredible little, like two-handed, I don't remember, puppets that just went viral online. And it was like him, and he would show you, and then he would do a little thing. And he puppeteered in Dark Crystal with like those kind of things because
cool.
he got internet famous.
Whoa. Wow.
So it's not like, yes, everyone go get internet famous and that's how you're going to be a puppeteer, but make your own stuff and learn how to.
Well, at the
to
worst,
do it.
it's like really good practice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Dang, good advice.
So there's something.
Yes. Space Dom had a comment called "I Adore Grover." This comment isn't called that. It's just what it says. The title of this comment is "I Adore Grover."
I adore Grover.
It begins, "I adore Grover. His spindly arms and glazed eyes make me so happy. I'm interested in the discussion that must go on in deciding what kinds of limbs a character has, whether it's Grover's stick figure arms or Fozzie Bear's fur-assisted human hands. What kind of limb work have you done, and is there a better term for it than limb work?"
Limb work. Arms?
Yeah? You love arms?
What kind of limb? So, what kind of limb work have I done?
I guess. Like, have you ever puppeted an arm, like been arms of a thing that
Yes.
someone else has been doing?
I have. And also, if you have a puppet that has live, these are live hands. These are called live hands. these things here.
My God.
But if
We've
you
got them too. Live hands.
but when you have a puppet that has live hands, which means that it's like the hands are a
It's just
glove
your hands.
essentially. If your hand is in the head and one of your hands is in the hand,
You don't have another
you
hand.
don't have 3 hands. That's the problem with
Neither the body.
puppeteers. They only have 2 hands.
Yeah.
So there's you have an assist or a right-hander because oftentimes
Usually
it's
you're
you're
Literal
right-handed.
right-hand man.
Yeah,
Whoa.
exactly. And so that's another example of these like multiple people working together.
Where does
kind
that
of things.
person put their body?
You find
Yeah,
puppeteers
just-
get super close.
Yeah.
So you have to remember to shower.
Oh, right. So I'd be a bad puppeteer.
Oh, good jokes. Yeah.
Showers just take too much time. you
Yes,
know?
you put your
Dude,
body
it take-
close.
Military shower. They take 30
Huh?
seconds.
I'm a military man. I want a military meal. I hate it when my food touches. I don't want my food touching. You know what that's from? LL Cool J says it. You know what that's from?
Deep Blue Sea.
No.
Damn it.
Robin Williams is in this movie.
Good Will Hunting.
No.
Patch Adams.
No. Joan Cusack is in this movie.
The color, whatever. The color, what dreams are made
No.
of.
Oh, the one with the gay husband.
Not that I recall.
Joan-
Michael
that-
Gambon is in this movie. I do believe.
We're really bad at this game.
Also, no one has seen this movie. I'm just kind of teasing it because there's no
Cool
reason you
J,
should have seen
man.
this movie. Toys. The answer is
Oh,
toys.
toys. I can picture the cover of it at Blockbuster.
Yep.
Okay.
Anyway. The hell were we talking about?
Oh, hands, limbs, limb work.
We covered the limb work.
Limb
we answered
work.
the question.
I appreciate your question about limb work.
That was very good, Space Down. Anyway, that's it.
Who's it?
Quote challenge.
Oh, no.
Get ready. Huber, you got one?
I don't like tests.
Mine's really easy.
I got one. Oh, do I give one too?
Sure, go.
Okay.
I got one.
Okay. You're doing it, Peter.
Hook. I didn't give you a chance. That was a good one.
That's one of my favorite quotes.
It's a good one.
It's a good one.
It is. It's a funny favorite quote. Because it's not really.
I actually say that a lot. Actually.
I do too.
I'm just like, you're doing it.
And
Peter.
if people have the like glint of recognition, you're like, yes,
And then they go,
I
you're
see
doing
you.
it.
It's working.
You're doing it, Peter.
What's yours?
Bangarang. Sorry.
Honestly, at this exact second, I thought you were a Build-A-Bear.
What the fuck? What is that from? I have no idea.
I don't know.
Is it from that Edward Norton movie?
No.
Death to Smoochie.
No.
Land Before Time.
It's in a very, 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 very big movie.
The Avengers. A Marvel movie? Avengers.
Black Panther.
Endgame?
Yeah.
Oh, I have not seen that.
Here's mine. You ready?
Dark Crystal.
Yeah.
Yay, you did it!
Well, thank you so much to our guest, Taylor Bibat.
Thank you, Ian.
I can't
Thank
not
you,
say your
Huber.
name like
that was
that.
awesome.
Yo, is there anything you want to like plug about yourself or something that people should whatever?
People, I puppeteered a thing. It is, it's called Wizard School Dropout. And it's like, I don't know if you guys have seen Bandersnatch. It's like
I've seen that.
or like read a Choose Your Own Adventure book, you know,
Yeah.
back in the day. But
Yeah.
I hear they're still making them. I don't know if that's
They're
true.
back. They're board
back.
games now, card games.
Ooh, that's
bought
not as
one.
good as a book.
Who's to say you play with your friends?
I haven't done it. So this is like a Choose Your Own Adventure thing that you get to choose what she's doing, and it's about a wizard, and she drops out of school, and she has to figure out how to make rent.
Where does one
I like that
play
concept.
this?
One plays this on an app, so Echo, EKO.
Oh yeah, I'm
Echo
familiar
Video.
with this. Yeah.
All right, cool.
I think the Daniels did something on that.
Maybe.
They're the ones who did Swiss Army Man.
Oh.
Hey, there's puppeteering, kind of. Although he was probably acting most of it.
That's a good movie.
It's funny.
That's a good movie.
I like that one. The ending's a little whatever.
Yeah, but it's good. The music is good.
Yeah.
But yes.
Wizard
or
School
helloecho.com or the Echo Video app.
Very cool.
Yeah. Should be out. It's not out right now, but it'll be out before the end of the year, hopefully. I
Cool.
think. I don't know exactly.
Keep your ear to the ground.
yeah, Wizard
people.
School Dropout.
Wizard School. How does that Beauty School Dropout song go? Because now I have that song from Grease.
Sing it.
Sing it, Huber.
It's from Greece. I know Greece really well, but I don't know the song.
Beauty School Dropout. Is that it?
Something like that.
Something like that?
Whatever.
I could have
I
made
like
that
Grease.
up.
Cruising for a bruising.
But yes, I puppeteer a shoe.
A shoe. Mm-hmm. Love a good shoe.
You'll learn
Shoe.
all about
Actually
the shoe.
I think I saw a picture of you doing that from that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's all coming together.
Oh, I puppeteer some other stuff too. I forgot
like
about.
a sock.
I puppeteer
Sack.
a
sack?
beard.
A beard.
You got to watch it to find out.
Yeah, I gotta play this. Watch this.
Or watch.
Play
What do you
watch.
say? Is there a term?
Play, I guess.
Plotch.
Plotch.
Plotch it.
I got to
Plotch
plotch it.
this.
Plotch it.
I got to
Like Erica.
weigh this. No, yeah? I get a 5 for that? Cool.
Okay, bye.